Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress with Pixie Dust Tarot, and this is your daily dust for Wednesday, April 26th if you're watching in real time. But it can also be from whenever you stumble upon it. It's a timeless reading. I like to use a different deck every day, and sometimes I have to repeat, but here we are with the Tarot Animal. This is a really beautiful deck that my son gave me for Christmas, and it has multiple artists contributing with this amazing metallic purple edge here. All right, it's all about the animals. So let's see what we get. Time. This can be for this specific day. Sometimes it hints to future energies, but the point of daily dust is a day reading. All right, let's see what we have. Oh, very nice. We have the Six of Swords. Could be some traveling going on soon. Okay. And wow, meditation specific to this deck. I'll look into that, but I think that could be Hermit. We'll look into that. Look at the little butterfly, how cute. And very nice, protection, also special to the deck. So let's see what these cards are in the deck. Maybe I'll zoom in just a little. How sweet. These are two extra cards in this deck. So, Meditation is by Chris Malador with the animal of the penguin. The artist interpretation is saying, this penguin is an animal I have long taken to as an artist, stretching back to the very beginning of my illustration career. To bring that full circle and use it alongside a love of meditation as well is a chance to really put myself on the proverbial canvas. We had talked about meditation earlier in this week in a different daily dust. So if you watch this every single day consecutively, then this can have a special meaning because of that, you know? A lot of people just stumble upon it, and that also has a special meaning too when you just stumble upon something. But when you watch it consecutively, sometimes you grow a story, you know, and sometimes days connect to each other and they feed on to each other. So it's kind of fun to watch it that way too. So the message from the penguin is this. Take some time for you today. Quiet your mind through the power of meditation and deep thought. Give yourself permission to be rather than to do all the time, rather than to think all the time. Reap the benefits of calm, quiet, still mind and come back to your tasks, your day, your life, refreshed from this time with yourself. I'm a kind of busy person, but I do like activities that are fun. And so because of that, I feel like I'm not working. And I realize, you know what, I still need a day off from my fun, my not working work, you know. And so usually it ends up Wednesdays that this happens, you know. So Wednesday, tomorrow, I probably will take sort of a meditative day where I maybe won't do anything at all. Maybe I'll stare into the abyss. Maybe I'll go to the beach. Maybe I like to do something natural related, nature related on days where I kind of take off from my artwork and from this work, everything that has to do, especially with computers. It's kind of good to get away from the technical world. So that could be something too that's a message coming out for you. Like take a break from your phone or take a break from the technical world for a little while. Get outside, go somewhere, take a walk, you know, play in your yard, garden, whatever. You know, it doesn't have to be anything expensive or anything fancy. It just, you know, sit outside, meditate, sip some tea, pet a cat, whatever, you know, something that's just you and your surroundings and being in the now. So protection is by the artist Braden Duncan, and the animal is jellyfish. The jellyfish are protectors not only of the underwater realm, but spaces where inspiration floats between conscious and subconscious thought. The something that kind of hit me just now, an insight is if you do a very deep meditative work, it's important to do some grounding work where you keep your keep your body on the ground so your soul can float up. If you've ever done some astral traveling, that'd be a really fun thing to try. If you haven't done it, but astral traveling is one of those things that you definitely need to have some kind of special, if it's not a ritual, just kind of some special thought that you see your body grounded, and it's like your little anchor, and you're welcome to float above and float into the next places, dimensions, wherever you plan to travel. So the protection is about this feeling of being suspended and weightless in light, and this kind of feeling of serenity. And even the serenity belies their strength. There is this sense that they're ready to armor up in a moment's notice, and they have flexibility and adaptability, and and transformative abilities, and it runs very deep. So the message from the jellyfish is, life can be simpler if you go with the flow. If you're willing to float alone, peacefully, calmly, letting go, letting nature guide your way, you can adapt to anything coming your way. You need to know this and surrender. Stop fighting it. Save your energy for the battles that matter. There's always going to be those days where you have to reserve a little energy for the bigger things. If, like for me, for example, last week, I got a little sick. I had either a cold or my allergies just got really strong, and I knew I needed to preserve my energy to rest and babies and pamper myself, because I was singing and doing a very active weekend. So it all went successful, by the way. I'll post something in Instagram, but I just haven't got around to it. But I have something on my Facebook if you want to check it out. But I just feel like this is going to be a very laid back, go with the flow kind of day. If you're in a warm enough place where you can hang out with the water element in a beach or a lake or something like that, that might be a good sign for the day. Since we also have the Six of Swords with water here, you may like to take a boat ride, or you may like to go on a ferry, or just drive down to the beach or something like that. So thank you, universe, for that suggestion. I think I will take you up on the offer. I know of a good place. It's not as far as Galveston, but it's close enough where I can stick my feet in the sand and just look at the boats in the distance, because it's kind of it's like a harbor area, which is kind of nice. Like if I go all the way to Galveston, then I get some really deep water and some deep sands and beaches. But this other place that's a little closer, it's like a little bit of water, swimmable water, and boats off into the distance. And yeah, so just a little bit of that today might be exactly what you need to kind of reboot, like reboot your energies, to relax and reboot and gather up all that energy for a bigger day, because you're going to have bigger challenges, but not just challenges, just something. You're going to have things that are going to require more energy, that are going to require more intensity and sustainability and endurance. So today's one of those days where you can just chill, basically. This is a chill day. I like it. I like it when Spirit gives me permission to be chill. So yeah, this is also like escapism and transitions and hope. You can do all kinds of things to escape, but in a positive way, of course. You could do negative escapism if you want to, but read a book. That's a great way to escape. Watch movies. Just sit back and watch movies. If you have a rainy day and it's just not good enough to go outside, then sit and watch movies. Watch stories about boats or something. Read about boats. Oh, I'm gonna read about boats with somebody. I think I want to do that. So yeah, It's about, this one also is safety, about safety after peril. So you're very, with between protection and the Six of Swords, you got this a really great bubble of protection around you no matter what you do on this day. But especially if you do something spiritual and you need that spiritual protection, that bubble around you, not to harm you while your soul is doing its thing, to protect your body. It's a little like, oh, like the movie Avatar, for example. You see how their human forms are in this, whatever, this kind of pod or whatever, while their energetic beings are take the form of the avatars. Go see the movie if you don't know what I'm talking about. But they're like these different beings that live on this planet or whatever, and or is it a planet or just a part of the earth? I don't know. But anyway, these beings, these blue beings, and but so their bodies are very vulnerable back in these pods, just sitting there, and they're protected. They have casing on them, and there's a guy sitting there watching over them, making sure they're okay. But there is a part of the movie where hostilities come, and these vulnerable bodies could be harmed. And so basically that's not happening to you today. You are very protected. No harm will come to your physical body if you need to explore spiritually some more and just like really, really drift off into another place. Just really, really go for it. Like really experiment today if you can. If you have the time. If you don't, try to make a little bit of time and do it. Just try a little bit. Okay? Because you might really like it. Well, I hope you like that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.